Hello YouTubers, welcome back to ScotRails. I'm Dave. Today I want to lay my foam board over all my plywood, but I don't want to just slap it down everywhere because I might not need it everywhere. Let me show you why. I want a raised section of track towards the back wall, so it would be pointless putting foam underneath if I'm going to be building it up using maybe wood, like this. Something like that. So from this point to that point is the only place I need foam. It would make it a lot more rigid if I build this up and attach it straight to the plywood. So what I think I'll do is get a sort of rough idea of the track plan that I don't have yet, so that I can at least get the foam down in the places that I desperately need it and not in the places I don't. Something like this. So two sets of tracks coming round here, going round here, incline there. That's a 4% incline, so it's going to have to be a bit shallower than that. Probably the incline will start here, up to there. And now what I'm doing here is I'm going to make it a bit wider at the top so that I've got room for scenery, bridges, possibly even a station. It's going to be a sort of mountainous area in the corner, gradually coming down, prairie land here. I know this is raised, but I think it will be probably pretty much flat by the time it gets here. And then this section here will probably be flat, maybe a town, back around this way, maybe another station, that kind of deal. So if I make it this wide, then I can easily just use 2 feet of foam under here. So here's the plan now. 2 feet of foam all the way along there. And this section of foam, which is about 3.5 feet, which is fine, I will use one sheet going from there to there, cut that to shape with a curve, foam all the way under, because it's not quite so necessary for a wooden structure for this if I'm going to be using the Woodland Scenics risers at either side. So 8x4 foam cut to shape, one 8x4 cut in half, two 2-foot strips all the way along there, another 8 foot there. That's the plan and I'm sticking to it for now. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove my backdrop and then reattach it about 1.5 inches further up. Once the foam is all cut to shape, I will be sliding this down behind the foam and that will hide any rough edges down there. Let's do that then. Right, let's grab, I think I'll start with the two 2-foot sheets along the back. So this is the cheaper option for the foam, 1.5 inch thick, pretty much just polystyrene, but it's way cheaper than the pink stuff. And once I remove this green film, there's also a silver film on the underside. Once I remove them, it'll be easier to mould into shape with a hot wire cutter. I'm going to leave the film on just now to hopefully minimise the amount of white explosion I'll get when I cut this. And I'm going to use, or I'm going to attempt to use, my little jigsaw. I know that if I use like a bread knife, it'll just create mayhem. So let me measure this, pretty much cutting it in half. Doesn't matter if one side's a bit jaggy because that'll be going on the far side, the smooth side will be going this side, and then when I cut the other side I can flip that over and again I'll have a smooth side. Okay, here we go. That actually went better than expected. There's actually less polystyrene on the floor than there was sawdust when I was cutting wood. So I can highly recommend using a jigsaw with a fine blade. Now, I'm not going to glue it down yet because of reasons, but I will, however, add a fascia all around the edge, just so that when I'm leaning over to lay track and stuff like that, I'm not constantly rubbing the polystyrene off. So I've already got some, I think I've got 6-inch sections cut, which were offcuts from that final panel of hardboard that I used for the backdrop. So let me grab that, and I'm going to be using the same Windex technique to go around the curves. I have 4 lengths of 8 foot. Should be plenty to go around. If I mess it up, I've got spares. Yeah, definitely plenty to go around. Anyway, I'm going to install it with about 1/4 inch above the styrene. And then when it comes to scenic stuff, then I can put gravel and whatever at the edge so that it's not just falling off into the multiverse that we live in. Okay, I need to get the Windex, get some screws, and a screwdriver, I guess. Should be easy. It almost worked. Bit of a crack on the first corner and obviously a huge crack or cracks on the final corner. I can't decide if it's because the Windex made it too soft or if it was just too tight. This one, it's not too bad. I could probably just paint over that and smooth it down with a bit of sandpaper and you won't see that. But the other side, it's a disaster. Well and truly cracked, almost snapped. But you know what? It's going to have to do for now, because I've got to get on with actual track laying or I'm going to go mad. I will sand these rough edges down a little bit because, you know, I'm a perfectionist. I need to use rougher paper, I think. But yeah, just smooth that down. This is so that when I reach across here, I'm not just destroying the foam. And there's my little 1/4 inch lip all the way around so I can fill this with dirt and grass or road or whatever, you know. But I think that's reasonably good. I wouldn't say it's perfect at all, but I'm happy with it for now. Next up then will be some paint for the foam. I'm just going to go a sort of darkish brown, not like black coffee brown, somewhere between black coffee and espresso. No, espresso's also dark brown. Somewhere between latte and dark roast, dark brown. And that's just a base, any cheapo paint I can find, just so that it's not obviously white. And the backdrop, I'll probably just go with a sort of sky blue for now, but I'll need to wait till Friday because that's payday and I've run out of money. I've spent all my money on this nonsense and I haven't even laid track. So for the next couple of days, I need to get with the track planning and decide what I'm doing with the rise at the back and if I'm going to do a crossover or roads, or so much to consider. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.